We are reminded that Uganda is predominantly an agricultural country, and a major concern we are facing is accessing and sustaining our presence in various markets, both at regional and international level. The government has planned for market access and competitiveness as one of our sub-programs under the agro-industrial program. A lot needs to be done in terms of meeting the required standards by the markets at both regional and international levels. To the various arms of government, to Parliament, Uganda lacks legislation on food and nutrition. We recommend that government through Parliament fast tracks the passing of the Food and Nutrition Bill to address the challenges that come as a result of aflatoxins and other mycotoxins in our agricultural products. To ministries, departments, and authorities of government, governments should revive and strengthen cooperatives, as these will be responsible in ensuring standards of all the crop harvests and reducing the likelihood of aflatoxins. Ministry of Agriculture, Industry and Fisheries should prioritize and allocate funds for publicizing, disseminating, and educating citizens on existing agricultural standards. We appeal to central government to establish infrastructure at lowest levels, such as village or sub-county. For example, we are talking about solar dryers or dryers that use electricity, now that the rural electrification program is on course. Government, through the Extension Service Directorate, should retool extension service providers in the area of aflatoxins and standards so that this information is subsequently passed on to the farmers. Government should strengthen regulation and ensure food safety for its citizens. Thus, quality control through its bodies like Uganda National Bureau of Standards. Also, the country should be zoned so as to control these grain standards. Government through the research on the following areas. Areas along the value chains of maize that are greatly affected, and the socio-economic impact assessment on maize trade, on the livelihood of communities that sell and probably grow maize. We also have some recommendations to the farmers whom we work with directly. 3 million farmers that Pelham meets per year through the member organizations. So we are saying that they have hugely contributed to this situation, for they have continuously ignored recommended good practices required to maintain the quality of agricultural products during planting, harvesting, storage, and drying. In this particular case, farmers have harvested cereals, maize, in a very untimely manner. Then they dry on bare ground and practice very poor methods of storage. These are the exact practices that contribute to the development of the mycotoxins due to the fact that cereals and other related products do not get good chances to dry to the required levels of moisture. Based on this, farmers should embrace chemical-free farming systems like organic farming. They should avoid practices like spraying maize in order for it to dry faster, because this exposes consumers to chemical residues in the grains. Farmers should embrace good post-harvest handling practices and acquire inputs like silos, pick bags, drying yards, tarpaulin, to mention but a few, for good grain quality. To the traders, especially the middlemen, you have so far, for so many years, frustrated the work of other value chain actors by always poorly storing produce, mixing poor quality and good quality produce during aggregation. Sometimes the traders use very poor bags. They have poor conditions in transporting produce to the markets, which affects quality. Traders mainly focus on purchasing produce instead of providing extension services to their clients or the farmers as well. It's time that traders took a major responsibility in the maintenance of quality of agricultural produce. we recommend the following to the traders. You should only purchase good quality produce from farmers and always offer better prices for well-maintained and managed produce, since this decreases the cost of quality maintenance for the trader. In addition to purchasing produce from farmers, traders should provide extension services to farmers, especially on standards that will ensure better quality in the next deal. Traders should always have proper transporting, storage materials, and equipment such as moisture protective bags covering produce and always sorting produce. 2. Civil society organizations. Civil society organizations complement government efforts, and we are actually spread all over the country. Better still, we target different actors along the value chain, including farmers. CSOs provide both technical and financial support towards different initiatives aimed at improving the livelihood of their target groups. While we believe that civil society organizations have done a lot in community empowerment and involvement, there is a lot that needs to be done on farmer and consumer awareness on the health effects of aflatoxins. In conclusion, despite the agriculture sector being pegged among the key drivers of the economy towards the realization of agro-industrialization for job creation and shared prosperity, the past years have witnessed the highest level of hunger and undernutrition alongside slightly increased economic growth. Uganda will continue facing an increasingly food insecure future and low levels of competitiveness of agricultural products if nothing is done to address the critical institutional, policy, and financial challenges within the sector. This statement has been produced by the members of PELAM, whose names are listed at the back of the statement. Thank you very much.
They said, do we have an ideal law where all this is? Maybe to let you know, there is the food and nutrition policy,